chill girl. Her name is Tiger, and Tiger, she's got a little different. It's like her face is a little flatter than the others. She's a little tabby cat, and she's a big helper. Every time I clean the litter box or do anything, she's either right by my side sitting, or she is trying to physically help. So
she's very curious too.
She's very curious. Yep, and she's probably been the lightest of the litter.
And she likes to be touched and get close.
She likes to just chill. Except for right now. That's my girl. That's my girl. Tiger. Tiger. Oh, you just don't want to chill right now. Say, oh, I'm camera shy. Get that thing out of my face. No, I know. It's such a rough life. You're such a cute little girl, though. Yeah. Look at the tiger. Look at the tiger. Good girl.
She's also very brave.
Yep. She just likes doing her thing. Hello, this is Oliver. Oliver, he was really slow getting to become more adapt to people, and he still doesn't like to be held very much, but he is a very, very handsome boy. He's got like a little pinkish around his nose and lips and his eyes, and he's just a little gray and white fluff ball. Him and his brother are the fluffy two of the family, and the sisters came out short hairs. So, and his brother looks a lot like him except for black and white versus gray and white. So, and this is Oliver. And when I picked his name, I wasn't quite sure. I had a couple in mind, but Oliver seemed to fit real well. I got your belly. I got your belly. It's Oliver. Good boy, Oliver. Good boy, Oliver. Yeah, see, much better. This is Panda. Panda brother is just a big old fur ball. He's such a little chill dude though most of the time. In fact, he was number 4 that came out, and Daddy had to help because Mommy was really tired. So, I got your belly too. I got your belly. But this is Panda. He had a couple different names as well, but he's like a big bear, and he's got kind of panda colors, so he got the name Panda. Hi, Panda. Oh, you want to get down? You a good boy? You a good boy too? Yeah, you're such a good boy. That's my panda bear. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, you want to get down? Okay, that's Panda. Okay, this one Mom calls the naughty one because Shadow, she is a little girl that has no boundaries. She will go anywhere, do anything. She was one of the first to climb, scale the walls of the pen, adventure off. She has no fear whatsoever. She's just going to go check it out no matter what.
She can be the cat, you know what they say, the curiosity.
Yeah, curiosity, yep, definitely. But I got your belly too. I got your belly. Oh, you didn't like that, did you? going? Okay. Okay, calm down. Calm down. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a venture. See ya. So, this is Patches. Hey, Patches. Hold on. Let me get situated. Okay. This is Patches. She's our mama kitty. She was probably not much more than a kitten herself. I'm guessing 6-8 months old when we saw her out front. She was dirty, scroungy. I'm guessing probably had no human contact whatsoever.
Very scared.
Was scared, was jumping in and out of the big trash bins looking for food. And she's got this little, a couple people call her flat top because she has her ears deformed a little bit. I don't know. Some doctors call it cauliflower ear. It could have been, when she came out, could have been, she injured it somehow, but Flat Top was cute, but Patches I think is much cuter. So when I saw her, I wanted to start feeding her so that she didn't have to go in and out of the bin because she was a cute little kitty. So I started feeding her from a distance, and we got to the point where when I would shake the food can, she would come and then she would hang out with me and allow me to feed her. And in fact, the other day I saw a picture of her and Missy downstairs eating side by side. And then the boy cat started showing up, and I didn't know for certain she was a girl, but as small as she was, I figured she probably was. So I was trying to get her, I was going to capture her and take her down and have her fixed before the boys got to her, but they beat me to it. And she got pregnant, so then we started feeding her inside downstairs and giving her a safe space. And she took a liking to that space, and then shortly thereafter we kept her in that space, didn't actually let her out, and she became more and more used to it until the day that she gave birth, which was, I guess, 9 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago now. I'd have to look on the calendar. She gave birth to those 4 little beautiful kittens that we had just talked about, and she's been a wonderful mama. She's been very, very strong. She's been very, very, I know she's had some health challenges. Right after the kittens were born, she had one night a really, really, really high temperature, and we were scared, and I could tell that she was uncomfortable. No, stay here, stay here. Well, I'm not done talking about you. I'm saying all kinds of good things. Saying all kinds of good things. But through it all, she never complained, and she raised these beautiful babies and
nursed them very well.
And yep, nursed them very well, and she's now playing with them, and she along with the babies will go to the Humane Society tomorrow for. We've already taken them once for shots and chips and checkups and all that other stuff, and then tomorrow they all get surgery so that they won't have any more unexpected or unwelcome kitties in the world because we have too many already. So the process that we've made the arrangements with the Humane Society, we are the foster family for them. And once they are fixed, they're in their system, and they'll start putting them up for adoption and find them good homes. In the meantime, we're going to be a little bit sad about that because Daddy gets attached. But the purpose is to find good homes. So that's what we're going to do. And sometimes adult cats are a little bit more difficult to find homes for. So if Patches has difficult, then Mom and I will be talking about adopting cat number 3. So, anyhow. Thank you, Patches. Okay, this is Lucky. She's all fired up because of all the other kittens in the house right at the moment. So
Just hold her for a moment.
Yeah, well, easier said than done.
Hi, Lucky. Yeah.
Here comes Missy. She wants in on the action too. Alright. So, are you playing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lucky came to us. She is a super sweet, loving kitty, and she's about twice as old as the kittens, because I figured she was about 8 weeks old when she came to us.
How did she come to us?
She came to us by way of the roadway. Crystal and I were getting ready to go to the beach, and as we were getting up to 55 mile an hour on the 3-lane, which was about ready to jump onto the highway, there was a little dot in the middle of the road, and when I realized that it was a kitten, we avoided her, and so did all the other cars behind us, and I managed to back us up on the edge of the road and jump out barefoot on burning hot pavement and scoop up this little critter who was just so scared but so grateful that somebody was there to scoop her up. And hey,
Okay, let her go.
No, I know all the other kittens are in the house. I know they're all here. It's okay. It's their home too. So, anyhow, Lucky is lucky, and so are we to have her in our life, and we are adopting her. She is also going in tomorrow to get fixed, and she's already had her shots and chips and everything else, so she'll come back home tomorrow afternoon with us, and then, where is she? And then this is our #1 rescue kitty, who was on the property when we first got here, and she pretty well took care of herself, but she became a good friend of mine, and she was like a puppy dog following me around, helping me work and do everything. She was always following me, and we fed her and we took care of her, gave her some love, and then when the winter started rolling around, her little hidey holes that she used to hang out in were no longer there because of the renovations that we had done.
And the 8 apartments.
Yep, and so we invited her in one night, and I let her out the next morning to go potty. She went out and pottied, and I stood outside and I asked her if she wanted back in, and she ran right back in. So we got a litter box, and then we had her fixed and got her all her shots, and she's been part of our family since probably October or November of last year. So.
And how did Lucky and Missy get to know each other, and how was that process?
It's fun watching the process. You know, you heard Lucky making her little squirrely noise just a minute ago. Well, you know, when she was 8 or 9 weeks old, all she knew how to do was make that noise. So it sounded like there was like cat murder going on in the house, but it was more getting to know each other and playing and everything else. And then she became a little bit more used to it, and the two of them are now Missy actually kind of mothers her. She actually, you know, cleans her, and they hang out together, and they can eat out of the same bowl now, which before wasn't a thing, and so all one big happy family.
So what do you think, how many cats are we taking to Florida now?
2 for sure. There is a possibility of Patches. Think about Patches. I mean, if Patches can find a good home locally, I mean, she's a local cat, so we would prefer that she stayed local, and if she was adopted by a good home, I'd be okay with that. But if, you know, I don't know the adoption rates at the Humane Society, but if she's still there, and in a few weeks, you know, she may just come back home with us, and we'll adopt her. So we may take 3. You have 1, you might as well have 3, right? So, actually, in my, you know, in 1 you might as well have 7.
So how has it been to have like a kitten kindergarten? How much care and time does it take to have 7 cats in the house?
7 cats, 7 different personalities, most of which are female. They,
so
I
out
love
of 7, 5 were female.
Yeah. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 5. Yep. Only 2 boys. Yep. I love it. I spend a lot of time with them. One, because I can, but two, because they deserve it. I mean, take a look at Patches. Patches is super loving, but she still is a little reluctant because she, quite honestly, like I said, I don't think she ever had any human interaction until me. So she was totally feral. And so as a kitten, she probably never received any touch or any love or anything like that. And she's such a loving kitty that I can only imagine if she got, when she was little, what we gave to her kittens, she would probably be one of the most loving cats in all of the world, because when I open the door, she runs up to me in the morning. When I sit down, she sits down right next to me. She does now sit on my lap for extended periods of time, which she wouldn't do before. She's still not a big fan of being held, but I can, I hold her. I make a point of holding her every afternoon. And as far as the time it takes, it takes whatever it takes. When they were all here, being born and everything else, basically, we had Missy had her area. Lucky had her area because she was new, and we wanted to make sure that we gave time to get to know each other. Plus, there's also a chance of disease and other things being transferred from pet to pet, and we didn't want to do that. We wanted to give some time to that. And then we had Mama Cat with her soon-to-be kittens in another area. So we had 3 different litter boxes, 3 different feeding and watering schedules, and multiple times a day. And of course, like I said, I just wanted to give as much love as I could. So not only did I do it in the morning and the evenings, but I would take on my breaks. During the day, I would go down and spend some time.
So it's through building up good cat karma.
Yeah, I don't think there's any shortage there in this house.
Yeah. So why do you think we attract cats like that? We had in Mexico, in Hawaii, we had like neighbors' cats were passing by, but in Mexico we also had a cat who actually got 2 kittens, right, and brought them to us.
Yeah, for us to help take care of, and we did the same thing there. We got them fixed and we found them home. So, and we fixed Gatita too, so she wouldn't have any more. She was a little teeny thing. She was actually probably the same size or smaller than Patches, and she only had 2 kitties in her litter that we knew of. I mean, she had the kitten somewhere else, and she brought the 2 over to us. But she was a street cat, and even though we were able to share our love with her and take care of her when she was around, when we were leaving, she was staying there. Now, we knew one of the neighbors, and we knew that he would look after her as well as a street kitty, but we didn't want her to have any more babies, so we went down and had her and the 2 kittens fixed, so keep that population growth down.
Yeah. So it can be also that we have so much love, and because we are not going to get any more children, so they are kind of like little kids coming.
Yeah, they are our kids.
Yeah, coming to our lives, and then we help, and then they go on. Yeah.
Most will go on, and some will stay here.
Yeah. Okay, so if someone wants a kitty,
Humane Society Beaumont. They technically are. I don't want to say their property, but they technically are responsible for the kittens, and we're just fostering them at this point.
So can you say the names again?
So the 2 boys, you have Oliver and Panda. The 2 girls, and this is of course the new kittens. Be nice. Yep, play nice. The 2 girls are Tiger and Shadow. And then we have our little girl here, who is making all kinds of funny noises, who we call Lucky because she was super lucky. And then our big girl up here, who's been in the family the longest, is Missy.
Be nice.
Yeah, they're playing. And Missy, oddly enough, I sent Crystal a picture of a cat the other day that looks just like Missy, and asked her if she recognized her, and she said Missy ? I don't remember how she said it, but my old kitty Sniffles, who was with me for 22 years before she passed on, two of them look very much alike.
Thank you for being such an amazing cat daddy. The world is a better place because of you.
I like my kitties. I like dogs too. I mean, I had Casey dog, and he was my bestest buddy in the whole wide world. So it was sad that he had to go on. I think he went on a little early, even though he was getting a little bit older. But yeah, he was a good boy.
So if you could have like an animal sanctuary.
Yeah, you know, if we had a big enough piece of property and we weren't going to go or do anything for the rest of our lives, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But we don't have a big piece of property, and we're certainly not going to be standing still yet. I mean, we've still got some years of moving and shaking, so it's just not reasonable or realistic. Huh.